there. Welcome to another episode of Feel Good Business Podcast. And in this podcast channel, I love sharing mindset shifts on how you can run your business with more ease and less stress. In case you're new to me, I am Shikah and I create done for you coaching workbooks and workshops as well for coaches, which you can offer and sell to your clients. And today I want to talk about a topic which has been bothering me for quite some time, and that is indecision. So I have been battling much indecisions about my business recently, and in particular, two business indecision moments that I've been facing recently. And I'm going to share with you what they are and also what I'm doing right now to handle indecision. So if you are an overthinker like me, most probably you are not new to being indecisive, and you are also someone who may take a long time to make just a simple decision. And I know that this is not a very healthy or and it's not a very healthy or positive way to run your business or run your life. And I will share with you what I'm going to be doing for these couple of months to somehow reduce my indecisiveness and reduce my indecision moments. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I have to admit that I'm someone who will need to have 10 steps laid out in front of me before I take one new step. If you are someone like that, then you know that you're going to be pretty much stuck in analysis paralysis for for a while when you want to make a new step or take a new action in your business. Okay, so that is not exactly a healthy way to run our business or run our lives. And I would say that one of the first in I'm sorry, the first indecision that I'm having right now is whether I should be what I should be offering to expand my business. That is something I've been thinking about. I've been wanting to expand my business services for a long time. I want to offer like emotional and also mindset support for for new entrepreneurs and also would be entrepreneurs, people who want to start their own business. So it's something that I've been thinking about. And then of course I'll be having all these indecision type questions, such as should I run a low cost membership? Should I run a high cost membership because that's more sustainable and more worth my time? Or should I offer consultations instead, one to one consultations instead? Or will people be paying for this? So that's also another battle because I know that as solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, any entrepreneur, wherever you are on the spectrum of entrepreneurship, we usually have one thing that we all want in common, and that is to get more clients and to get more sales and make more money. That's essentially what most entrepreneurs want. So I am battling this enthusiastic idea that I have. I have been wanting to, like I mentioned, support entrepreneurs emotionally and mindset wise. So I was wondering, will people actually pay for that? Because we are all more keen or more focused on making more money. So will you pay for it? I'm not sure. So that is something that I've been battling in my mind. Should I really launch this coaching service or not? Are people going to sign up for it? Or what if only three people sign up for it? That's also not very sustainable. And so all these things are playing in my mind. So that is indecision number one. And the thing about running a business is that we have to take action. So it's not very good to be stuck in an indecisive place, because when you take action, that's when you see changes and results. So taking action in business is very important. It's not like a full-time job where more or less every day is pretty much it's predictable. You do predictable things every day. At least in my experience when I was a counselor in the past, it's pretty much predictable every day. You get a predictable amount at the end of the month. Everything is more routine. Whereas if you're running your own business, sometimes you put in a lot of effort to launch something and nobody buys it. So there is a lot more surprises. There are a lot more surprises involved when running your own business. So that is why taking action is incredibly important instead of being stuck in analysis paralysis and indecisiveness like what I am experiencing right now. So just being real with you here. So that's what I'm experiencing now. And then I love creating workshops for coaches, workshops and workbooks for coaches. That's what I'm doing now. It's just that when I'm facing the laptop and facing books about 5 hours a day or more, it starts to get a bit isolating. And I do believe that the best transformations or the fastest transformations happen when you communicate with people more directly, whether it's through when we can communicate, whether it's through podcasts episodes or group coaching or one-to-one coaching or whatever it is. Even podcasting is a form of communication because you can hear me, you can respond to me. So it's more of a conversation. There's more chances of conversation there happening instead of, me creating done for you workshops and done for you workbooks and you can't really communicate with me much. So I have this longing to communicate more with other solopreneurs and coaches out there. So that's why I am thinking of offering a coaching, some kind of coaching service for entrepreneurs and would be entrepreneurs. So I'm still thinking about that and wondering about the logistics of it and overthinking all the details, as I've mentioned. So that's the indecisiveness that I'm facing, indecisiveness number one. And I also have indecisiveness number two, which is which platform should I run this on? Okay, so as you know, there are many platforms out there. And as if you're starting a new venture or if you're starting to offer a new service, sometimes you are torn between paying for paying for a platform or doing something free or doing something low cost. To be honest, free platforms, I've never been a fan of free platforms because you will be restricted in so many ways and it just doesn't feel good energetically to conduct your business with using a free platform or free service. If you know what I mean. If you are starting out from ground zero, maybe it's something you can consider. But if you are going to treat your business seriously, running your business with a free platform it's just not a good vibe because they are going to change their terms. Sooner or later, they're going to change their terms and you're going to be stuck. And then you're not going to move forward and all that. So that's why I am also I'm also indecisive about which platform to run my coaching membership or coaching group or coaching business in. And I was thinking of that. And I was also thinking, should I pay a small cost for it for a platform? I think that's a more viable option because when you're not making any money yet because you're launching something new, you are also a bit more cautious about your ROI, return of investment. Should I invest this amount every month when I'm not seeing money yet? You start thinking about these things, and that's where my indecision comes from. And at the same time, you are also um yeah, and there are also many platforms available actually. And let me suggest a few which I saw, which can be helpful for you if you are starting out or if you are about to launch something new and you don't want to, pay $99 per month for school or something like that. School, Skool, is a platform. It's a great platform, I feel, for running your business on. But anyway, so I saw that payhip.com is actually quite a good option. It's free. They have free and paid tiers. Even though the free tier is, like I mentioned, I'm not a fan of creating my business from with free platforms, but the free tier has a transaction fee. So you are essentially paying a small amount when someone buys your product. So it's not exactly free in the sense, it's not 100% free. There's a transaction fee involved and they have paid tiers as well. And I think PayHip has been around for many, many years. So that is one option for you if you're starting out and you're not sure which option to go for, whether, you're not sure which platform to go with when you're running your courses or memberships. PayHip is one option. I also saw I've been running my blog on Squarespace, and Squarespace has an option as well for you to sell courses and memberships. So you can think of that. You can consider that if you are already on Squarespace. Although I do not recommend it because Squarespace focus is on blogging and website building. It's not exactly on running courses, so you might run into many restrictions. So that's just my input about Squarespace. So anyway, another option is Skool, Skool. They have a $9 plan recently, $9 per month plan. I think it's pretty decent. If I think it's quite a decent option. I'll have to say that to you. You get to upload your videos there, and your videos are auto captioned, and it's very easy to just upload a course and run with it. So that is also an option for you. Of course, there will be some restrictions as well, from what I see. A few restrictions here and there, but it's still a good beginner option. So those are the three options I was looking at. And as I mentioned, I'm overthinking this as well. So this is indecisiveness number 2. So I've got 2 indecisive points at this moment. And what have I been doing to give myself more mental peace when it comes to these things is that I have been taking a so-called mental break. There is no formal word for this. So a mental break is more like I've been reducing the mental energy that I spend to think about my business and researching and always brainstorming. If you are a solopreneur or a business owner, I think you may be able to relate to what I'm saying. You are always brainstorming, looking out for ideas, researching. It's always at the back of your mind. At least for me, these things are always at the back of my mind. So I've been trying to dial that down a little bit and be more present in my environment. And what I'm going to do in my mental break is that I will still be creating podcast episodes and writing emails. I've decided to be more active podcasting because I love communicating with you all. And if you all can leave me a comment or reply back, that'll be nice. So I think it's a form of communication with you. And I will also write emails because I love writing emails. So these two I will continue on. But maybe for this month of August, I may not create a new product. I will not create a new done for you product for this month. Because I want to rest my mind and because when we give our minds a break, there is more mental space for it to get creative. I'm sure you have noticed this. Have you noticed this? Let me know. When you take a total break, a clean rest from your work, and your mind is not racing a mile a minute thinking about what am I going to launch next, what am I going to write to my subscribers next. When your mind is totally well rested, you will realize that you have more creative ideas coming up, you have new perspectives coming up, you just get creative, and then the motivation just comes naturally. I don't know how to exactly describe it, but when you take a break the correct way, the quote unquote correct way, you will have all sorts of benefits. You experience all these benefits within yourself. You will get creative. You have ideas. You have perspectives. You get ideas which you will never get when you're trying to force them out. Ideas will never come out. Ideas will never come when you're forcing them out. When you're stressed out and forcing yourself to come up with a new idea, forcing yourself to come up with a new angle or a new product or a new service or a new way of marketing, it will never come out. Or, you just stress yourself out and give yourself a headache. So just take a break, take a mental break. Like I mentioned, don't think about your work at all. Do more fun things. This is what I've been doing recently, doing more fun things, watching more fun videos on YouTube, fun makeup videos, fun celebrity videos. I love watching celebrity interviews, by the way. So I've been doing that more often, doing more fun things with my daughter and family, and reading more fun books, rom-coms and, books which are not work related, because I spend a lot of my free time reading self-help and personal development books because that's what my business is about. So I've been spending my free time doing that. So now I've switched to reading more rom-com and fun books. So this is what I've been doing to take a mental break and to give my mind a rest so that more ideas can come. And I get more motivated, and I get, maybe more creative ideas on how I can on the products that I can launch in future. So that's what I've been doing. I'm not sure if this is helpful. I really hope that this is helpful for you, because this is what I've been doing, and it has been helping me a lot mental health wise, and it also helps me a lot business wise and creativity wise. So do you have any ideas or any services that I can launch to help you with your business. If you do, you can leave a comment depending on where you're catching me from. And at the same time, let me know if this is something that you can relate to. I'm sorry, I record my podcast in a live fashion, so I don't really edit. So I apologize in advance in case it bothers you. But yes, in case if you have any ideas on a service that I can launch, which is not, which is a fair exchange on both parties, not too much of an energy drain on my part and not too much of an energy drain or monetary drain on your part. So a win-win situation. So if you have any ideas on what I can do, you can leave a comment in the description box or leave me an email and I will reply you. So that's all I'm sharing today, and I hope to see you in my next episode. Goodbye.